1. The Night. We open to a dark, gloomy night, where the moon makes the streets glow. Suddenly a howl breaks through the city street. Out walks a man now bending over with blood coming out of his mouth. With his eyes fire red, he begins to howl louder as his skins are turning into fur. His body is taking the shape of a wolf, bringing in a storm that surrounds him with lightning and rain swirling about. Looking down at the scene from a rooftop stands a man with a cap and a mask over his face. As he jumps down to face the beast, he yells,
"Time to hunt! Henshin!"
Before he can land on the ground, he pulls out a futuristic pistol. It sounds,
Bullet Moon Driver granted.
as he fires a yellow bullet at the wolf, transforming him into a yellow and white Kamen Rider. They begin their fight throughout the night, both landing devastating blows, but soon fatigue would show its ugly face, and the old man's transformation was becoming faulty. But before he could land the final blow, he demorphed and passed out, leaving his body lifeless in the front of his beast, ready to kill. But instead, the wolf seemed to sense something and turned away and began destroying the city. We fast forward a year and a half later to news being playing in the background as Old Man Jin is working on a new pistol with 4 new mags. He holds it up and says,
Finally, I finished it this time. It won't fail. I won't fail.
He places it in a briefcase and grabs the new silver mag. Rushing out the door as the news continues to play, we can hear,
It's a sad day in our city as a wolf-like monster is attacking people in the streets. Some are calling it the same beast rumored to behind those missing from last year's attack.
We now know that after Old Man Jin passed out, the wolf went on to kill 12 people who were reported missing. Jin is driving as fast as he can to the scene when suddenly he runs into a traffic jam blocking his way. Up ahead, the werewolf could be seen running at top speeds, slashing his way through human bodies until a young man in his 20s comes running up behind him, slashing him with a sword.
I knew Grandpa's sword would come in handy someday. Too bad I had to use it so soon after getting it fixed.
With the crowd now moving away from the fight, seeing a chance to get through, Old Man Jin is now running at top speeds to reach the fight. As he approaches, he sees the young boy and yells.
Trevor!
Trevor dodges the wolf attack and looks back and says,
Sorry, old man. I was on my way for a visit when this piece of shit started attacking people.
But before he could finish, the werewolf turns his attention to the old man and goes in to strike him. Old Man Jin braces for the attack while throwing the case towards Trevor's way, but he is bitten on his shoulder, causing him to drop to his knees. Trevor then flies in, slashing at the werewolf again, this time harming him, stopping the monster's attack for now. Trevor then runs over to Jin, but he tells him to stop and pick up the gun now that is visible with the case open.
Trevor, my boy, catch this!
As he throws a silver mag, Trevor catches it and Old Man Jin yells back.
Now place it into the gun, aim at the wolf, and fire. You'll know what to do next.
Trevor then looks down at the Bullet Moon Pistol V2, the device he will use to end this nightmare. He reaches down, picks it up, and his DNA registers with the pistol driver. The driver then says,
Bullet Moon Driver granted.
He then loads the silver mag, and the driver speaks.
Silver Mag
A
access.
jingle begins playing.
Time to hunt, 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 time to hunt. Let's go, time to hunt.
He aims the pistol at the wolf and yells,
I guess it's time to hunt. Henshin!
He pulls the trigger, and a silver bullet fires at the werewolf, now kneeling down, still hurt by Trevor's previous attack. The bullet goes through the werewolf, leaving a small hole, only to turn back to Trevor as Trevor screams at the old man.
Now what, old man?
Old man Jin responds.
Punch it!
But before Trevor could do anything else, he balls up his fist and punches the silver bullet, shattering it into pieces of armor now taking shape on his body. As the driver speaks,
I'm a Kamen Rider, Silver. Only I shine in the moonlight so bright.
there stands Trevor in a silver and red armored suit. The new Kamen Rider awakens. Kamen Rider Silver. As the scene turns into a bar, we see a young man watching it all play out on TV. He thinks to himself,
Well, it seems the old man finished it. But to think this guy is the only one wearing my belt.
as he takes the last shot of alcohol from his glass, he stands and grabs a bag and says,
Can't be helped. But I won't let this rookie take my spotlight away. I was the one who's been there from the beginning, and I will be the last one standing.
As he walks out the bar, he begins to make a call. Seconds later, we realize who he is talking to.
Hey old man, what the fuck are you doing giving this rookie my gun? The silver mag resonated with me. All those hours of training, listening to your dumbass old hero stories, I'm on my way.
But before the old man could even get a word in, Adam hangs up the phone and hops on his motorcycle and rides to the scene at top speeds. Once there, he runs his bike into the back of Trevor, knocking him down as Adam steps off his bike and yells at Trevor.
Fuck out of my way, rookie.
He then reaches down to remove the bullet moon driver, but he is shockingly unable to do so, leaving Trevor still transformed. As Adam steps back in confusion, Trevor gets up and says,
I don't know what you think you are doing, but this area isn't safe. You must hide now.
As Trevor gets to his feet and turns back to the wolf, he says,
Don't worry, I'll destroy this thing.
With his attention now set only on the wolf, he runs into battle with his bullet moon driver now in hand, as he is firing silver bullets only to be dodged by the wolf with each shot. The wolf will then howl loudly, stopping Trevor's attack, but he is unfazed and skins the silver mag on the side of the bullet, then loads it back in the gun and slides it into the placeholder on the belt. And he then says,
Take this!
He then jumps high into the sky, preparing for a sky kick for the final blow.
Final strike as your third bullet strike.
As he is on his way down, the sun is placed behind him, giving the illusion of an eclipse, as his rider kick becomes a silver bullet, as he is now positioning for the legendary rider kick. He lands it perfectly, going through the wolf, as he is taking the shape of a silver bullet as an explosion happens behind him.
Perfect finish.
Now with trouble seemingly out of the way, the old man along with some of the others who stayed behind to watch the battle run up to Trevor, congratulating him. As he powers down, revealing himself to the world is the new Kamen Rider in town. The old man says,
Damn, son, I'm proud of your quick thinking out there. A job well done, but I'm afraid we all need to talk.
As he looks towards Adam, who looks back in disgust. He waves to him to come over, only for Adam to walk back over to his bike and ride off. Trevor then asks,
What's his deal?
He will meet us back at the lab. For now, let's finish up here and head back. Today, I'm afraid, is a bittersweet one. We may have won the battle, but I fear the war has yet to be determined.
As they finish the premature celebration, they pack up and head back. to the old man's lab, only to be met outside by Adam, parked directly in front of the door, blocking the entrance. As the old man steps out of the truck, he gets punched in the face by Adam as he yells.
What the fuck did you train me for?
He goes to throw another punch, only for it to be stopped by Trevor. As the two get face to face, Adam saying,
Well, looks like the little thief does have some balls after all. How about you leave that gun in the case and we can handle this like real men?
Sounds good to me, pussy.
the old man would butt in and say,
Okay, you two, calm down. That punch was deserved, but Adam, you must understand, at that moment, it was the only option.
Adam would be irritated listening to the old man and would say,
So fucking what? You could have called me. You seen how fast I got there. I was meant to have this driver. I earned it, damn it!
The old man would then just rub his head and say,
Yes, that's true, but I'm also glad you came here. Follow me inside, please.
As Adam and Trevor set aside their differences, they follow the old man inside to his lab. They look around and they see a lot of worn test suits, gadgets, and prototypes of different weapons till they come to a table. As Trevor places a case carrying his bullet moon driver on top of it, the old man proceeds to open a cabinet that holds a switch, which he presses that raises up a centerpiece in the table. On it, a case similar to Trevor's. The old man speaks.
Here's your reason not to fight each other anymore. Adam, I understand you may have resonated with the Silver Mag, but I think this one is more your flavor.
As the old man opens up the case, revealing a bullet moon driver and also a white and blue mag known as the Frost Mag. Now presented with a new opportunity at becoming a rider, what awaits our new age Kamen Riders, and will they have what it takes to stop the monsters on the loose? In episode 1. End credits. It's a dark moon night. A female could be seen running down a dark alleyway, as a werewolf is seen following close behind her, howling at her as it tries to reach for her. But unfortunately for the woman, she would run into a dead end. Now stopped in her tracks, the wolf looks at her with blood dripping from its mouth. We would get a close look at the woman as a small light hangs over her. The woman known as Megan speaks.
Stop! Please, someone help me!
As the wolf starts to move closer to her with its mouth opening, ready to wrap her into places. As the wolf starts to move closer to her with its mouth open and blood falling out, ready to attack, she raises her hand praying that it would stop. As the wolf yells as it gets closer, Megan would scream and yell.
No, stop, please. Somebody help me! I said stop!
Suddenly, the werewolf stops and begins to scream in pain, slowly transforming back into a human, to the surprise of Megan, who looks in horror as blood is foaming from the werewolf begins flowing into her hands, as the wolf is now fully turned back into a human. With an ironic statement, the mysterious man looks back at Megan and says, "Please, help me." With Megan's eyes now blood red, she looks at the man crying, completely confused by what just happened. As Megan just looks away and smiles, episode 1 comes to a close.